Have you ever thought of owning your own business or what the benefits might be of owning your own business? Well, I'm here to tell you just what some of those benefits are. You know the Amish community or you know how the Amish community are known to only travel by horse and buggy? Well, that's not entirely true. I currently own my own business along with my husband in which we provide transportation to the Amish community. And I encourage you all to go out and open your own business if it's ever came across your mind. You might ask yourself, what are some of the benefits of owning your own business? Well, you have the opportunity of making a lot more money than what you do for working for somebody else. With that being said, you get to pocket every single penny that you make. With our business, we get paid by mile and by wait time. We get 95 cents a mile and $5 an hour for each hour that we have to wait. So for example, say that we take them 37 miles. We would multiply that by 2, which gives us 74. So then we take the 74 and multiply that by the 95 cents, which would give us 70.3, which we would make it 70. And let's say that we had to wait on them for 2 hours. So that's another $10. So the total for their trip would have been $80. With our business, we've learned that if we keep our rates low, we're going to constantly stay busy. Because the Amish community, they're not going to want to go to people with ungodly rates. I know there's some out there that charge like $1 some per mile, and I know that keeping ours where we've got it, we're doing pretty good. The Amish community doesn't always use English transportation though. With their buggies with one horse, they are able to go at least 20 miles. But if they know that they have to go farther than that, then they will schedule their wherever they need to go with an English driver like myself and my husband. You also get to be your own boss and set your own hours. With our business, we run it 24/7. We work day and night, no matter how late, how early, it doesn't matter. We take calls all the time. We can either accept the calls or decline the calls. It just depends on what we already have booked up for that day. Other businesses, though, you can still be your own boss and set your own hours. You don't have to work 24/7. Also, on the downside though, you might have to take on more responsibilities. And I know a lot of people when they first start out, they're not ready for that at all. And that's why they don't succeed. In the first year of opening businesses, there's 25% that end up failing because they're just not ready for everything that owning a business, for everything that you have to take on owning your own business. Because there's bookkeeping, production planning, it just depends on what type of business you're owning. And Jason Nazar stated that there are 28 million small businesses. And with that, over 22 million of them are self-employed like myself and my husband. So the benefits that come along with owning your own business, they can also help you become successful. A way to become successful in your business is finding a good location. And with that, like for example, our business, when we first started, we lived in Kendallville, Indiana, which to the Amish community is quite a ways away when they have to pay by the mile. So instead of telling them that we lived in Kendallville, we were telling them that we lived in Wilkeville, which was costing us big time. We were losing out on a lot of money that we could have been making. So after about a year of owning And after about a year of owning our business and running it from Kendallville, we had decided that living in Wilkeville would be way more beneficial to us. So we up and moved. Wilkeville is a town that's just outside of basically every Amish town around here, which is pretty good. But for instance, depending on what type of business you're owning, for example, a laundromat, you could open that anywhere. Doesn't matter if the town already has a bunch of them. They're used 24/7. They're very handy to have around because there's a lot of people that just have to do their laundry there. But any business, you could open it anywhere. It just depends on what it is. You just want to make sure that there's not already a bunch in that area, unless it's something that's going to be very, very useful and used all the time, like a laundromat. And another thing is you need to be able to promote your business. And there's multiple different ways that you can promote any type of business. There's flyers, there's the internet, there's business cards, word of mouth. That's the biggest one around that I know of. With our business, we had business cards made, and when we first started, they had our business name, our names and phone numbers, that we owned a 15-passenger van and a small car. And another way that we promoted our business was a book called The People's Exchange. And in this book, there's a taxi service section that we were able to place our ad in for, I think it was about 6 months or so. And with that, we stayed busy. Like, there was no day that we had off. We were working all the time. There's also another book, but unfortunately I don't have it here to show you guys. But it's called The Dead Block. It is given out to just the Amish community, and we placed our ad in that for 6 months also. With that one, we were pretty busy. Every call that we got, they were saying that they got our ad from The Dead Block, or they got our ad from the People's Exchange. But word of mouth is the biggest one. You know, if somebody's going to go and tell somebody else that, hey, you know, their business is good, go check them out. Well, the Amish community, that's what they do. If we take them on a run, they go back, they tell their family and friends, hey, you know, go check these guys out. They're cheap, they're good drivers, go for it. But that's just some of the ways that you can promote your businesses to be able to get that cash flowing in. So if owning a business has ever came across your mind, I encourage you all to do so. You could be one of those 22 million self-employed like myself and my husband. And I have faith in all of you that if you go out and try it, you'll succeed. Because I know if I can do it, you can do it too.